Gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now, this is the moment fans watching around the world have been waiting for. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the challenger. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, and the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Off the play action. Allen hit as he throws, able to complete it. Diggs, and taillights time. Diggs is looking back. At the New England 18 on 1st down and 10. Continue to throw, continue to complete. It's Diggs, stays on his. See, New England made one there. Beasley hasn't been much of a factor yet tonight. Here's Allen being chased and throwing. And it.
As we start the second quarter from the 21-yard line, Dillon stays in, the play fake to him, and then Rodgers will go for the touchdown and does. The road to the Super Bowl comes through Lambeau. And the throw into the end zone is hauled in by Allen for the Packers. 2nd down and goal now. Play action. Rodgers looking for his 4th touchdown pass of the night. Gets it.
You will remember the fantasy season of 2019, where I, KY Jelly, pulled out my gigantic and girthy 3rd leg and proceeded to plunge each and every one of my fantasy enemies in their chocolate starfish.
What's up, guys? Y'all just heard from Bruce Buffer. He announced that the winner by unanimous decision, and still the fantasy champion of the league, KY Jelly. You saw the highlights. You saw Diggs. You saw Aaron Rodgers. I didn't have David Johnson in there. He went off too. But yeah, it feels good. 2020 champs, back-to-back champs. First off, just want to start off by saying we knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I was worried. I don't know why. I should not have been. But first and foremost, congrats, Charlie. You had a great season. No matter what Malcolm said to you, you kept prevailing. Even if you drafted 3 quarterbacks in the first 6 or 7 rounds, whatever it was, hey, that strategy worked, paid off for you. Made it as a wild card, one in the 1st round, one in the 2nd round. Got to the championship with that roster. You made some good decisions in the waivers, spending your fab wisely, but at the end of the day, you ran into me. So, I mean, as if 2020 couldn't get any worse, right, y'all? KY Jellies, repeats, back-to-back champion. Looking at the notes here that I wrote down, y'all saw the championship speech that I gave at the draft party in the summer from my 2019 championship. Y'all saw that. And honestly, my gigantic and girthy 3rd leg is still plunging my fantasy enemies' buttholes. They're chocolate starfishes. Still going on from 2019 to 2020. Stat I gave in the podcast, if y'all don't remember, October 2019 to October 2020, the KY Jellies didn't lose a single fantasy game. Yeah, we ran into Joey when he had his best game of the year. Biko got us. Don got us in a game that didn't even really matter because we already had the 1 seed locked up. So, yeah, still plunging y'all's chocolate starfish, even to this day. Moving on, I mean, I'll go over the roster here. We had Aaron Rodgers quarterbacking. I mean, he finished as a number 3 or number 4 fantasy quarterback. Got him in like the 8th round. I don't know what y'all were thinking. Running back, I mean, not a bright spot on my team, but David Johnson, Zeke, Rojo before the injury and COVID happened. I mean, they did enough to get me by. You know what I'm saying? But the glue, everything that holds this team together, the pass catchers, the wide receivers, tight ends, Metcalf, Diggs, A-Rob, Deontay Johnson, Chris Godwin, and then tight end, maybe fantasy MVP. We'll have to find out at the fantasy award show with Malcolm and Taylor. We'll have to find out. But Kelsey, I mean, finished as the number 2, 3, or 4 wide receiver even, and he was a tight end. By far, the number 1 tight end, Darren Waller. Not close, bro. I mean, we'll go through the schedule here. Got it laying in front of me. So week 1, Thomas, 157 to 88. Not close. Week 2, Worley. He might have still had Eckler and all that then. Didn't matter. 130 to 113. Sorry, try again. Week 3, Malcolm. I mean, he scored 127. That's got to be like a league record for you historically. Malcolm 127, but no, I scored 144. Sorry. Week 4, scored 144 again. Tucker's Diddy, 106. 106. Week 5, Charlie. So this was the precursor to the championship. My team scored 154. Doesn't matter what you scored. You scored 111. Wasn't good enough. Week 6, ran into a little bit of a road bump here. Derrick Henry, Justin Jefferson, Joey got me 110, 136. No sweat, though, because next week we bounced back, beat Don 112, 101. After that, dismantled Kevin's team 139 to 75. And then week 9, credit where credit is due, Biko beat me 133 to 145. I mean, it was close. That's the difference in a couple plays, couple touchdowns. Good job, Biko. Doesn't mean anything in the end, though. Week 10, beat Micah 130, 126. Got a little lucky there, but dub's a dub. Week 11, my bad, 158 to 141. Beat Brandon. He didn't start Thielen. I took home the dub. Hey, when you get in these matchups with me, it just forces the other team to make lineup decisions that they're going to end up regretting it anyways. So, yeah. Week 12, got my revenge on Joey, 168 to 110. Sorry, bruh, Joey's team ain't never scoring 168. I'm going to win that every day. Week 13, I mean, if this was the real NFL, I'm pulling my starters, sitting the quarterback, running back, wide receiver, sitting all the star players. Couldn't do that in fantasy, so I just rolled out a lineup, didn't even look at it. Don beat me 128 to 179. Probably didn't matter what lineup I had. Don was going to beat me there, but it's okay because there's still more to come from Don. Ended up finishing the season 10-3. I mean, wasn't that difficult. Got the number 1 seed. I mean, Thomas choked it away at the end. Didn't really have to worry. Anyways, my team was just that good. We were going to get the number 1 seed regardless of what Thomas did, because I'm worried about what the KY Jellies do. So we set out the wild card round, watched all you guys and girls fight it out. Some pathetic performances. I mean, Biko, I was expecting to get my revenge on you in round 2, but I mean, you couldn't even beat Don. So Don moved on. Thomas, second in the division all year, second best record, gets clapped by Charlie. So Charlie moves on. And then on the other side of the bracket, Charlie beat Brandon. No excuse. No excuse. Good job, Charlie. You move on to the championship. And then my side of the bracket, Don. That's tough. Probably the best fantasy game I've ever been a part of, I've ever seen. 144 to 144 tie. I win on the tiebreaker, which was, I guess, highest seed. I would have won on bench points. I would have won pretty much any way you cut it. So I move on there. It was a close game. I believe there was a play in the Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game where Brandon Allen, no, they had Ryan Finley, the third string quarterback, got sacked for like a negative 1 inch sack. So, I mean, that's how I moved on. That's what champions do. In the face of adversity, we find a way to win. So we pulled it out there, moved on to the championship. Charlie, I mean, tough luck. Hunter Henry got COVID or whatever. Jarvis Landry was naked in the hot tub with some other guys who had COVID. I mean, that just goes to show you can't draft suspect players like Jarvis Landry, who hangs out with OBJ eating poop. I mean, he was bound to get COVID at some point with him and OBJ being together. But yeah, it was a close game. I think by the Sunday night game, I had a 3-point lead. I had 2 players left, Rogers and Diggs. He had 2 players left, Myers and Buffalo D. Rogers in the snow, from the clips you just saw, came out, performed, MVP type stuff from A-Rod. He gave me a nice, comfortable lead. I was worried. I don't know why I was worried going into Monday night. Jacoby Myers sucks. The Patriots suck. That whole organization sucks without Tom Brady. And then he got 8 or something. Bills D. Cam ran in 1 for him. So that really helped them down. They didn't return 1 for a touchdown, so I didn't have to worry there. But, I mean, even so, my man Diggs put the team on his back, dog. Put the team on his back, 3 touchdowns, Monday Night Football in the championship round. That got it for me right there. So anyways, I mean, that's the schedule. That's how I ran through y'all. Now, the only thing we can say from here is this the start of a dynasty? Is it possible that the KY Jellies could three-peat in 2021? I mean, it's definitely possible, and I don't see any of y'all stepping up, honestly. Y'all suck. But real talk, I got lucky this year. I had a couple close wins. That's what fantasy is. I had a good draft, but from the draft, as you can tell with all the first-round picks that got hurt, y'all that picked them had some bad luck. That's what fantasy is. It's about luck. It's about hitting the waiver wire hard. And as much as I want to take credit for this, I'll take a little bit, my waiver wire skills, but that's where the championships are won. On the waiver wire, a little bit in the draft, but I mean, most of all, just getting lucky at the right time, playing the right people at the right time. Shout out to the podcast. We'll have a Clear Your Throat episode. Me and Malcolm, y'all can send in video clips explaining how I won, why y'all sucked, or just whatever y'all want to get off y'all's chest. Kevin maybe can be braggadocious about D-Hop, or maybe somebody who had CMC can talk about the injury and how they would have won if he wasn't injured. Whatever y'all want to talk about, get it off y'all's chest in that episode. And then Taylor, Malcolm, and myself hopefully are going to get together for the fantasy awards. It's not just going to be a KY Jelly thing, even though it probably should be. But no, real talk. It's going to be best quarterback, best rookie, best trade, best free agent pickup, stuff like that. Then we'll have like the Malcolmies, the worst moves, worst pickups, worst fab decisions, worst draft pick, stuff like that. So 2020, what a year. It was a success, though, for the KY Jellies. Good luck to y'all in 2021, because when you play KY Jelly, you're going to need the luck. Champ out.